The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg Podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi.
Hello!
And it's been a bit of a quiet week for interesting things to talk about, but we got a couple things.
After the jumper episode last week.
I know.
Here is all of the things. This would have been nice to split out over 3 weeks. God damn.
Well, I mean, Nintendo was nice and did it this week. So, but Nintendo do whatever Nintendo wants to.
When Nintendo wants to do it.
So, first up, I feel like I've heard about this before, but it's continuing along. There's a class action lawsuit in the UK against Steam. Basically, they accuse Steam of using its superior market dominance to force game developers to sign contracts that lock them into price parity so they can't sell cheaper on other platforms, and thusly overcharging UK gamers.
Yeah. That's fair. I can understand why they're a bit shitty about that.
Yeah. It'd be fucking nice if Steam actually had some valid competition that would make them a little more competitive. But
yeah,
there isn't.
No.
We should make one, just call it Fog. Just take over GOG and just change it like the first one to F.
But
look, completely agree with them. But I don't know how much they force people to do it. But I guess that's the point they've got to try and convey in the case.
Like, worst comes to worst, they can call in the old allies of the ACCC and just poke the bear like, and you're part of the Commonwealth, help us.
But they could have...
That would be good.
Yeah, it would be good. But, you used to be able to get... I know where I was living, when they had PC games on a shelf, I could normally find them for cheaper than I could on Steam.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So, I ended up buying a whole heap of games off a shelf because it gave me a Steam code and I could activate it there for a fuckload cheaper. Or there's, the knockoff, key selling sites, but...
Yeah.
You're not supposed to use those.
I wouldn't trust them.
I haven't been ripped off with any of them yet. Knock on wood, of course. But I know some people have been. But there needs to be something. Steam, I absolutely fucking love Steam. I've got a massive catalogue on there, and I'm not going to be stepping off it anytime soon.
Yeah.
But it does need some sort of competition.
They've got us by the short and curlies at this point. The closest thing we have is Game Pass to a competition for them.
Look, the biggest issue is, trying to break into fucking streaming services these days.
Yeah.
People know Hulu, Disney, fucking Netflix. If you're in Australia, you know Stan.
Fucking Stan.
But
if you're in the UK, you know Dave.
Dave!
Yeah. So, but there's a handful of them that have any market dominance, and making something new is really hard to take any of that away. I mean, it's the problem. It's the reason Epic was so happy to give you all those free games. They wanted you to build a big enough library that you'd go to Epic instead of Steam.
Yeah, but the problem is, I've spent the money to have the library on Steam. My free library on Epic is a free library on Epic that I'll never get around to looking at because I've already got a bigger back catalogue of the same games on Steam.
Yeah.
It's clearly targeted at trying to get you to just create some amount, and that makes it stickier.
To me, it always felt like it was targeted at people that hadn't really gotten into PC gaming, like they might have stepped across from a console or some other platform, and they're going, oh, well, I can go to Steam or where I can buy everything, or they give me a free game every month. I might start building a catalog there. So, not people that were already entrenched, but people dipping toes.
It was definitely an aim at a newer generation of gamer.
I would disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I think that would be less important when it's still a new platform. You need people who are dedicated gamers. Unfortunately, the entrenched on Steam. Even if you give them the same thing, then they don't have to go back to Steam if they try you out for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It gives a chance for people that might be new entrenched gamers. But
Potential.
Look, I'm not saying those people wouldn't have gone for it. I mean, it's why if someone's talking about doing a little console gaming, it's like, look, guy, man, just go get a Xbox with Game Pass. It's way cheaper.
Yeah. Like I've got an Epic account, and I log into it every couple of months just to add another game to the library, and then log out again and go play that game on Steam because I've probably already got it in the back catalogue.
It's our form of rebellion against the Epic jail. Like, it's our version of just rattling the bars with a cup. Like, come on!
Do the thing better.
Say the line,
But-
Bart.
Bring it back. I hope they get somewhere with it. It would actually be kind of interesting to see if things could stop having those sort of like price parity things baked in.
That would be great. I would love that.
Next up, Microsoft has had to do a big sort of like, not quite backpedal, but definitely calm the fudge down on Copilot and Recall.
Every single person's like, no. Why would we ever want... Who made this? How bad?
Well, like, any business that used Microsoft would have been screaming no. Just for fucking security, like, just fucking no. I know where I work, we use a lot of Windows PCs, and yeah, we would have stayed, we never would have upgraded to this version.
Yeah,
No.
same. My work would have done the exact same things. Like, we're not touching this. This is a security risk, and we work with banks. So, no.
Hence why things are being heavily portrayed like, no, like, they're pushing the encryption levels again, and they're pointing out that, no, you have to opt into it.
Oh, the fact that they changed it so you had to opt in.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I love that.
So they started pushing that sort of stuff to try and show that, oh, you don't have to. We swear we're going to be good.
I think, like, the wording was great, where it's like, oh, we're going to try and make it a bit more, accessible to opt in. Like, yeah, fuck off.
It just feels like someone woke up one day and, are we the bad guys?
Yeah.
We're wearing skulls on our hats. Are we the bad guys?
And given the fact that pretty much everyone, even our silly show, looked at that and went, oh, man, massive security risk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Especially the way they portrayed the service functioning.
oh, yes, that was messed up. It's like, oh, it's all, like, secret if you're using our browser.
Yeah.
And last up in silly news articles we found, Todd Howard pretty much not fazed by the backlash against having to pay for that one mission.
Like, he weathered the whole summer thing. I'm
No,
surprised.
but why would you care if people already aren't playing the game?
Yeah. Pretty much. Like,
Can the PR get worse?
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, oh no, the turd sandwich fell on the ground.
What do you mean you threw more petrol on the fire? It's still warm.
It's particularly telling when you look at the statement he made, which is...
Words.
Yes, that statement. The
you have
deafening
those
sounds
moments
of
where you're about
silence.
to... Look, fuck off. You have to have had one of those times where you're trying to read and say a thing,
Oh, yeah.
and then for some reason they just stop.
Yeah.
You're about to mouth and brain goes to the toilet and you're going, oh shit, we're going to do it then.
Yeah. We need to evaluate both pricing, what we put out for free, how we communicate what's in something, and really hear from the community there. It's like, dude,
That is nothing.
you just suggested that you shouldn't have put it out for free and you should have charged for both of them.
Yeah. Like,
Or it should have been the first part of the first mission for free, and then 300 credits to finish it, and then 700 to finish that.
yeah. Oh, God. If he could charge you by the virtual kilometer, you would.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. You've taken 7 steps. There'll be $5 more dues, please.
Have you seen the, there's a ROM hack of Super Mario 64 where they add in-game currency to Super Mario 64.
No, that sounds horrible.
It's really bad. You can accumulate money to turn things off.
Yeah.
But it does things like you have to watch demos on the start screen until the Mario in the demo happens to have acquired 30 coins before you can even start playing the game.
But really?
One of the things that is monetized in this version of the game is jumping. Every time you jump, it's $1.
Holy shit! Why? Who thought of this? Like, was it Nintendo? Just someone escaped containment?
Oh, no, I don't know. It's just like the minute you said charge for walking, it's like, wait, there's this ROM hack of Super Mario that does jumping that way.
That's
a platforming game.
See, that's where we're headed in this version of the gaming timeline. We're in the darkest gaming timeline.
One of the, I think it was EA guys, said they were floating the idea of having people pay for reloads.
Oh, fuck off! No, that'll end badly.
I know, right?
Like this thing from Bethesda, it's available on Nexus mods, I'm pretty certain. Like, all of these mods have been made with the Creation Kit don't default straight to this service. Like,
yeah.
Since their fucking mod kit has come out, and I can't remember the name of their fucking mod service here. Sure, they've added a few mods to it. I think it's like 400 and something mods to it. But Nexus mods...
They're all ripped from Nexus.
Nexus in the last, I think it's since that came out, has had over 1,000 Starfield mods.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would you pay for it?
Well, that's the thing, that they did it with Skyrim. All they did was rip a bunch of mods from Nexus and put them on the Skyrim store.
Yeah.
The Steam Workshop, whatever the fuck it was called. Like, you could find the exact same ones. And I'm pretty sure people weren't getting any kind of, like, thing from it. It was just Bethesda going, oh, yeah, sure, we'll use your things to plug our game and make people buy it more.
There was a system for, theoretically, the person who made the mod to get paid.
Yeah.
It's part of a big thing that actually happened with Nexus mods, where they put into their TOS that they could do that with your mods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of people went, later.
Yeah. And then they revoked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost as quickly as Tumblr revoking the porn ban.
Yeah. But my point being that, it's all about the fact of for getting paid is the theoretical idea behind the Creation Club. We're going to use your mods, and you'll get paid something. I've never once heard of anyone getting big off the God, fucking horrible at words today.
Words are different.
Would aha.
1 minute I can't say anything, and then it's like too many letters.
Syllables, they're coming
I'm
for
looking
us.
at Nexus right now, and new this week, it counts from Sunday through to end of Saturday. We're midweek, and there's already 243 new mods this week alone, just for
Nice.
Starfield.
Oh,
So until
maybe the
their
game will be
store
playable
that,
now.
that you have to pay for can compete with this is going to win every time.
Oh, fuck yeah. Not even worth, like, trying to fight it at that point.
And yet you watch Minecraft do it all the time.
Yeah. Don't know how Minecraft pulls that off. I'm assuming someone sold their soul to the devil.
I feel like it has to be. Someone's got way too much charisma there to get that across the table every time.
Yeah.
So, that's the little bit of news stuff we had. So how about we check out the Nintendo Direct that was this week?
Yeah, Nintendo.
Cool.
Now, how much of this is going to be Pokemon?
Actually, I don't know if did they announce a new Pokemon? I haven't seen
I know there's a
any
new-
news.
So,
There's a new gen coming, but there was already a thing for that a while ago.
There is. I can't see a single Pokemon in the list of this.
That's good.
yeah, no, I don't believe there is.
Alright, so I'm assuming the first thing up is Mario, otherwise they're just making fun of Luigi for shits and giggles.
It's the new Mario and Luigi game.
Nice.
It's
Mario.
a franchise a lot of people like. They have their JRPG style stuff, their brother combos.
Alright, fair.
I don't think I've ever played any of them, but it was kind of when I was getting out of the DS, so...
Yeah.
Well, I've got
style is
one of
nice,
those Paper Mario games that runs like a JRPG on my Switch, and it's fun, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The graphics look surprisingly good.
Yeah, they've kind of got like that heavy line
Cell shade.
cartoon look.
Yeah. Not bad. Ah, it's the brother ship.
Yes, because they're going on a nautical adventure. Next up is I believe it's the Nintendo World Champion NES Edition, which is basically just have a bunch of Super Nintendo games that also have a speedrunning ability.
Yeah. Oh, they're really like harping on that speedrunning thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
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 It's all about the leaderboard that you can post your times on.
Ah.
It seems to just be, hey, speedrunning community for Nintendo games, use us.
Here, pay the money again, and then you can use our leaderboard.
I mean, that's kind of, yeah, but also, it also helps with speedrunning things to be able to normalize the equipment required.
Yeah, pretty much.
So being able to go, everyone uses this edition of this game on a Switch, which is more available at this point than everyone get this edition of this game on a Nintendo.
That is fair.
There's actually some pretty cool features in here. Like, you can look at the original game guides, or
Oh, nice.
like, there's a whole heap of shit in it. It actually looks pretty cool.
At least they've done some decent
seems-
work in it. That's always a bonus.
It seems to be like part museum, part
Yeah.
speedrunner.
Yeah. Alright, I'm all
And
for
you can
these
actually
games
get
remaining.
a gold cartridge, a gold NES cartridge.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Ah, nice. That's awesome.
In the old premium Nintendo games style.
Nice.
Next up is a JRPG.
Yeah, it's based on
for
Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail.
I really enjoyed
it's-
Fairy Tail as an anime, so I might look at this.
I'm not super jazzed from the actual gameplay they show.
Yeah, it's not
Looking
great.
at the world, everything about this, it could have come out on the 360 and would have looked the exact same.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, very much so.
but it's a Switch title, that's why.
So it could
There's better looking Switch
yeah,
titles.
it could have come out
Yeah,
on my
that's true.
phone and looked better.
Oh, there's a new Final Fantasy as well. Neo Dimension.
This isn't Final Fantasy.
But it said Final Fantasy. Oh, no, it doesn't. It says Fantasian. Okay.
Yeah, no. Right genre, wrong game.
So this is we have Final Fantasy at home.
I mean,
We have Final
it's
Fantasy
easy to
on the
look at
Switch,
the art
yeah.
style and go, yeah.
Honestly, I looked at this and I thought that has to be Final Fantasy. Ah, but you can bend your magic like bullets.
It looks
And
it looks like
tempting.
they've literally made a landscape, like a minifig landscape, and then just thrown an AR fucking overlay.
Yeah. This is a strange game.
Yeah, it is.
It's like they tried to make that other game that was like that claymation, and then they just
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
halfway and said, "Right, we've done the environments. This is hard. Just throw graphics over it."
So, it's so I just had to go back and look at it because you're right. It's just it looks like someone's war gaming
Yeah.
table. Oh well,
And as you say, back in 360, put it past.
Yeah,
definitely.
and it wouldn't have been an
Uh,
impressive looking title on that either.
Yeah.
Next up is actually some free content
Yeah.
for anyone who's got the Nintendo Sports.
Which I think
They're
came
adding
with
basketball.
everything. Yeah. Basketball.
I mean, yay, I don't
Cool.
have that game. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But it's not for us.
No,
No,
it
no,
really
it's
is not.
Next up is Mio Memories in Orbit.
It looks interesting. It's got that kind of cell shading look, but more sketchy. Like, I like this art style. I have no idea what the game is, but yeah.
I mean, it appears to be sort of a side scroller.
It's very pretty.
Yes, very much so.
Like, I might grab this because it's interesting.
Yeah, there's that just that bit of especially when it does the thing where it runs up the stairs.
Yeah. It looks like it's very maneuverability kind of bait. Oh, the spider climb. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Using the hair tendrils. That was fun. Mio. Memories in orbit.
Next up is Disney Illusion Land, which just seems to be a standard 4-player side scroller.
Just looking at the character models of that, looks like they're almost trying to copyright newer versions of their older characters. If you look at the Goofy character, the Mickey and Minnie, they look not far off Steamboat Willies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, it's also a free update. Neat. Huh.
Next up is the trailer for the Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which just seems to be Hello Kitty's version of Animal
Crossing. Yeah, I actually thought honestly, it was a Hello Kitty update for Animal Crossing.
Same. But the second it came up with Hello Kitty Hello Island Adventure, all I could think of was the Warhammer episode from South Park. But Butters, you're always on the computer. That's because I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Next up is Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports, which just seems to be an arcade sports game utilizing the Looney Tunes.
Look, I loved the Tiny Toons version of this back on the Sega. It was great. I might actually pick this up.
Everything about this looks off. Like, Mario had a better cell shading aspect than that game. Like, and they're meant to be cartoon characters. Like, that felt like...
It's Warner Brothers. They got cheap out in the animation.
That felt like a final project shell shading thing from uni. Just looking at the shading on it, it just felt off.
But anyway, I might pick it up.
And Among Us on Switch today.
And it comes with... It's pushing all the new big updates they've done with new character classes.
Yeah. So it's a bit more like Werewolf in that now, so you have different jobs that do different things. I don't know.
I was never part of the big hubbub around it, and I didn't follow it.
Yeah.
So the next game...
A Swarm JRPG?
Yeah.
I love the fact that...
But it's even more than that. It's not
a
just
farming
that,
sim.
it's also a farming simulator.
I would like to say that I'm not going to get this, but
I thought the same thing. It's like...
The corn turned into a dog!
Yes! You literally farm your animals that you use for the big battles.
Oh, it's like Pikmin, but with monsters.
It's like
this
Power
looks
World,
dumb.
but Nintendo.
Yeah. I hate that I'm probably going to pick this up. God damn it, brain.
I know, right?
That Blue Eyes White Dragon is looking very sunburned.
And that was Farmagia.
Look, it's an interesting idea. It's a different take on everything, so, well done, Nintendo. You've branched out a little bit, somewhat.
Yeah.
I'm really curious what the next Pokemon game is going to be like, because goddamn, they got a big fucking bar to climb.
They did a release trailer for the next generation. Looks like they're definitely taking the fact that Palwa ruined them for a bit. Like, okay, we'll learn. Wait, are we getting just a redo of Donkey Kong 64?
No, it's a remake of Donkey Kong Returns, which was a Wii U title. And so it didn't get much traction, so they've basically just scaled her up and re-releasing it for the
That's
Switch.
good, because I don't think I could tell you a single title that was released on the Wii U.
Yeah, me neither.
No, neither could I.
I mean, I love Donkey
it
Kong.
seems like they're basically just doing a cheap, quick cash grab, but with a game that didn't sell because it was on a bad platform.
Yeah. Which, fair. I'm all for more Donkey Kong.
I mean, I thought it was kind of ironic because we were talking about it last week about how we really wish they'd just let Rare make another Donkey Kong.
Fucking
Yeah.
But they didn't even let him
Fuck,
make a
maybe
new
that hurts.
Donkey Kong. They just said, here's your old thing, repackage it.
Yeah. We've reheated the leftovers.
Next up is the trailer for the HD 2D remake of Dragon Quest III.
Okay.
It seems to just be them going, we actually upscaled all of the sprites properly for an actual HD game.
They learned.
It does look like pretty sprites. Like, they are. It does look nice.
I will admit, it does look very pretty.
Although, I think this is a kind of an interesting thing that they've done here, because they, in this same trailer right at the end, they announced that they're also doing the same treatment for Dragon Quest 1 and 2.
Why start with 3 then?
Because the third game is actually the prequel to 2.
Okay.
So they're giving you the games in the order
Wait.
that the characters actually live them.
Nice.
Wait, is 3 the prequel to 1 and 2, or just 2?
Oh, sorry, 1 and 2. My
I was
bad.
going to say, because that's a little like, wait, what the fuck? What is 1 then? Is 1 the prequel to 3?
This
Three,
looks
three's the first one, and then you'd play through all of them and you'd do the entire character's story in order.
I like the look of this. Like, I might
It's a
pick
Dragon
this up.
Quest game.
It always annoys me when
it's-
they do prequels, because they always end up with newer features in a thing that's supposed to
Yeah.
be set before the original story, and then you get to that story, it's like, but I want to do the cool thing. Like,
You know what
this
been
is
really
limiting.
useful right about now? That thing I did last week. So there's the zoom out to show the extra characters.
But yeah, that's why they're doing it that way around.
Yeah, not bad. I like that. It's a smart idea.
Next up is just Desperation.
Oh, God, Funko, you fall into the... Why?
So this is Funko Fusion, which is essentially a bunch of levels and puzzle and things you get to do as Funko Pops in different worlds themed on different movies and properties.
So this is, please validate our plastic.
They're
Yes.
trying to do what Lego games did, but they're doing it worse.
Because it's with Funko Pops.
Yeah. This really is just desperation from them out, isn't it?
Yeah. What I said it was Desperation for a reason.
Look, they've reached that point where we knew they were going to. They're reaching Beanie Baby levels of stupidity.
Yeah.
But at least Beanie Babies, like, disappeared overnight. And these things
That
just
is
keep me
true.
hanging on.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. They're trying one last grab to hold on a little longer.
Yeah, get the kids in with the video games and they'll buy all the plastic.
Next up is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
I don't think I've ever actually played a Luigi's Mansion game, but I've heard they're not bad.
Same.
And the animation looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Nintendo first party, so...
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be quality.
I like it.
Next up is the new Dapperman.
What the fuck is a Denperman?
I don't know what this game is meant to be.
Sorry.
Because
It's
you-
like-
Neither do I.
It's like Teletubbies, the JRPG.
It's also got some Animal Crossing vibes going on.
Yeah.
But, like, definitely we've got Animal Crossing at home.
This feels like, remember those little handheld games you could get from like Crazy Clarks and stuff? It's like 99 games in one. That's what I'm getting from it. It's like all the off-brand versions shoved into
Yeah.
one thing.
handheld shovelware. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up is for Metal Slug Attacked Reloaded, which is essentially a sort of tower defense Metal Slug?
Interesting. I always loved Metal Slug.
I always loved it. I was
It's-
just terrible at it.
Yeah, same. But like, I always enjoyed it. The problem is like I could never find it apart from the arcade machine. It's like you never find an actual home version of it. I should really
I
check
mean, like,
Steam for it.
I've always loved their art style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm pretty sure you can get Metal Slug 1 through 4 on Steam.
Pretty sure you can. I'll double check it.
I'm pretty certain I've already got it.
I know I've got some of them. Next up is Darkest Dungeon 2. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a more expanded version of Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon 2. Darker Dungeon.
Dungeon harder.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just like, that just seems to be what we're getting, and that's, I guess, what those people would want.
I'm okay with
that sort of thing. I'm actually a little less interested in this because it's getting more complicated. I kind of liked the simplicity that I had enough things to do in the mission and I didn't have to do too much town stuff.
Yeah. Oh, a redo of Links to the Past is being done.
Yep. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Four Swords.
Yeah.
They're also putting out Metroid Zero Mission, which is apparently, if I recall, I think it's the first, like, chronologically for that series.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like they're finally doing what we've been wanting them to do for ages, taking their old games and putting them on the marketplace.
Yeah.
I know, but, like, way too late, because the next one they show off is Turok.
Fucking Turok, man. Jesus Christ.
But, like, you can get that for, like, $5 and runs on, like, a computer made out of a potato.
I can run that on an Apple smartwatch.
And then they revealed that they're going to be releasing Perfect Dark again.
Yay! I'm okay with that.
It is.
Aren't we getting, like, a HD redo of that at some point?
No.
Goddamn, I want one.
Yeah, but we're not going to be getting it.
No, this looks like a downgrade from the 64 version. And, like, there was already a better upgraded version in the Rareware pack on the 360.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely love an upgraded version of it on the Switch or everywhere.
Oh,
I want more Perfect Dark, but...
That would be great.
I hate to say there's probably a good chance at some point I'd pick it up, because I just kind of want to play Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
Next up is Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero.
From what the game looks like, you're merging people with things.
Souls.
Ah. So we're a necromancer artificer combined.
Seems like it, yeah.
I'm okay with this. I'll shove the soul into an oven. You, cook my food! Fight that monster! The narrator for this is far too excited.
Next up is the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection.
I always, like...
I mean, if you like the Marvel vs. Capcom games...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a game that
It
people
is,
have
in fact,
played.
a game.
What can I say? It's just not a franchise. that-
Look, at least Marvel was smart enough to pair with like Street Fighter, so they didn't have like fatalities and then get pissy when their characters were being killed.
Yeah, or when their
Yeah.
characters that were meant to be not killing suddenly did a fatality.
Yeah. Oh, we'll give them brutalities. Like, okay. Fucking bullshit.
But yeah, I don't know. It looks cool. Not for me, but
Yeah.
it looks cool.
Nah.
Yes.
Next up is the trailer for the new Mario Party, Jamboree.
Mario Party!
They've got more mechanics and more boards and more mini games and more. If you like the Mario Party games, you'll keep liking this Mario Party game.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Mario Party, when you're drunk with a bunch of mates, can be pretty fun. Or it will lead to World War III.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
The last time I played a Mario Party was on the 64 and trying to get the little Shy Guy helicopter dude to fly from one side of that fucking room to the other with the hand on the control stick, just
Fuck, yeah.
spinning it like, and the blister on the palm you got from that flogging thing. Like, goddamn, I did that for so long.
Look, not a single one of those controllers had a working joystick in the middle of it. Like,
No.
in those games. Like, holy shit.
No. You had to have a sacrificial controller to play that game.
Oh, yeah.
And that wasn't even just throwing the controller at your friends. That was just playing the actual fucking game.
This looks interesting. For a party game, I might pick it up. Why not?
Yeah, if you've got people that you'd actually sit down and play this with, it'd be cool, but...
Like, you'd have to make a night of it, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what...
Oh, no, I'm already out. They're doing the motion control shit. Don't want to do
of course, but it's also $60 for a night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
So
I think that's no from us on Mario.
yeah, I'm sure someone's going to love it. Maybe a much younger crowd that has friends that are over more often, or people with multiple children. That wants
I
to
thought you were just going to say people with friends. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, well, that was part of the first, like, people that have multiple people over. But yeah, maybe people that have multiple children but only want to buy one game. This is your thing. All play it together.
Watching this, like, all these things being redone from, like, the Nintendo 64 era, I just want Pilot Wings back. I enjoyed the shit out of that game.
Wasn't there an announcement of a remake of Pilot Wings?
I wasn't
I
sure
thought
it was
there
like,
was a while ago.
There was
Yeah,
definitely
I'm
a
sure there was
successor
a-
to it.
Pretty sure a previous Nintendo Direct had a Pilot Wings.
Yeah. I'll have to look into it.
Next trailer is The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, where Zelda gets off her f***ing ass and does the job for once.
Holy shit!
Apparently,
When?
there's been a bit of a call out to say it should be called Legend of Link, and just completely
I
switched.
know! That is the first thing I thought of when I saw this trailer.
Oh, I would love that. That'd be perfect. So Zelda's actually doing things and not being trapped in a crystal for once.
Although, there's already one thing in it that already annoys me, and I've only watched the trailer.
What's that?
In the game, Zelda gets a staff. I think it's called the Tri-Staff. Except it's only 2 branches twisted.
That! They had one job!
I know!
They tried really fucking hard.
Oh, god damn it. What the hell?
The minute I heard that and I looked at it and went, it's only got 2 points. What the hell? Where's the third one?
What else we got in here?
Next up is... And I was kind of surprised to see it here, because I would have thought that the Just Dance announcement would be in the Ubisoft one. They're usually dying to show that fucking game off.
Oh, yeah.
And this time they let it go to Nintendo.
The faces on these things are terrifying.
Although, there's deep lore to this.
Wait, there's lore to Just Dance?
Yeah. I was watching an interview with one of the people who did the mocap dancing for Ubisoft. And they were talking about how, like, if you track it across a couple of songs, these characters, like, meet each other, get married, break up, start fighting.
What the fuck? I mean, well done to the people who find lore in things.
This is the game I wanted on Switch.
This is so strange.
Lego Horizon Adventures.
Yes, the Switch is the place for this kind of game for me.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Agree. And it feels weird because, like, I've seen this already, and I saw it in the Sony video. I think it was the first thing on their playlist.
Yeah.
And yet I'm way more interested and feel like it belongs right here,
Yeah.
not in the presentation
Absolutely.
it was actually announced in.
Like, I'm definitely picking this up. I like the Lego games. They're fun.
Yeah.
And when they started letting them talk and do shit, it just made it even better. Whoever writes for them actually has a decent sense of humor.
Yeah, so there's a pretty good chance actually I'll buy this.
I'd get this on Switch.
Next up is coming to Nintendo for once is Stray.
Huh. Interesting.
That cat game that everybody loved like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I loved it. Oh, God,
I loved it too.
That's a graphical downgrade. Ooh.
It so is. God damn.
Oh, God.
Smooth.
The cat
Not
faces.
fuzzy.
Like, the faces of the cats looking down look like blobs. Oh, God, this was not a good port. No.
You can get Stray pretty cheap on PC. It's not
And
even a
it doesn't
particularly
even
taxing
need
game.
it doesn't need a high-end anything.
Even B12 looks bad. The shading. Oh God, why? They could have at least
I love
put
doing
effort.
this to Swoosh.
They could have at least put effort into the textures. Come on.
It seems like they just compressed everything.
They did. That's all they've done.
They put all the graphics on low and then compressed.
Yeah. The bugs are just blobs. You can't see anything for them. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Buy
see,
this game
I'm
on
really-
PC, for love of God.
I'm torn because I want to be like, more people should play Stray.
More people
Find another
should
way.
Yeah.
stray elsewhere.
Oh, God, yeah.
Next up is the Cozy Hobbit game, which is Tales of the Shire.
This has been popping up everywhere on my Steam, and I might pick it up. Maybe. If it's cheap. It won't be.
I don't know what you're meant to do in this game.
Yeah, do
Damn it, Swoosh, you got me.
I. What is this game? Alright, this is too vanilla even for me.
It's not. It's selling something, but it doesn't seem like it knows what it wants to
It's not
sell.
trying
Yeah.
to sell to Lord of the Rings fans, because Lord of the Rings fans want, like, the fight or to follow the ring, not to...
No, look, if the first half of the game is setting up my idyllic Shire and then having to defend it, I would play the shit out of that game.
Let me make a Hobbit army.
Yeah.
No, just have a little button that at any time you can push it.
Like
It
the...
spins the time forward.
Yeah.
You just have to experience the Night of the Nazgul.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Just like the old Sim games where they had the natural disaster tab.
Yes.
Natural
Can we do
disasters,
a
orcs!
Nazgul? Nah, I've done them before. How about a tree ant rampage?
Yeah.
Next up is Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, which is a collection of 3 of the spin-off games from the Ace Attorney franchise where you play the prosecutor. Apparently they're quite good. And they've actually done one of the cool things they do like when people do these sort of remakes, where they, 1, went back to the original artist who did it to get to do the updates. And 2, they have the old and new graphics in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch 'em.
You can switch them at will. I love that. Honestly, the Ace Attorney games are interesting. I have enjoyed them before. They're very strange.
Yes. They are. I've never played any of the spin-offs, though, so I have no idea about these ones. But apparently they're quite popular.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, new audience for that set. Hell, maybe even me, because, like I said, I do like the Ace Attorney games.
That's fair.
Next up is the 100 Line Last Defense Academy, which seems to be some kind of, like, apocalyptic isekai.
I was gonna say, like, the start of this is, it's idyllic Japan, and then suddenly monsters.
And, like, fucking neon dayglow fucking acid trip monsters.
I know.
Oh,
They
man.
look like they all should be, like, have, like, monster written over the front.
Look at the thing that has, like, the ghost that turns up. It has a brain and a heart
Yes,
floating
it
in it.
does.
I don't know what this is. Is it a tower defense?
The monsters look like they're ripped straight out of, like, one of those bubble pop games.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I think it's one of those sort of, like, you know, the JRPGs where they split sort of like a school setting
Yeah.
with like a combat scenario.
Yeah.
I think it might be kind of like that, and it's got a bit of a Heroes of Might and Magic
Yeah.
movement system.
Yeah.
Probably not my cup of tea. I don't think I'll be.
Yeah, I'm not grabbing that, no.
Next up is Romancing Saga 2: Revenge of the Seven.
Apparently it's a remake.
Yes, it is. I have never played the original games, but I'm not going to lie. When I get the itch to play a JRPG, this is the sort of game I'm usually trying to reach for.
Yeah. It looks
So if
pretty
this
good,
comes out at the right time, I might be very into it.
It looks interesting. Like, formations and a few other stuff. Like, that's interesting. Like,
Apparently, you can branch the story, and you can essentially go after any of the 7 first. So
nice.
it looks interesting. Like I said, if I was like, oh my god, I need to play a JRPG, this is what I want to be able to go and buy.
That's fair.
This is the sort of thing that scratches that itch for me.
Yeah, and the Switch, I think, is the place for JRPGs, in my opinion. They work well.
Because they don't need to be graphically taxing. You're there for the story and the gameplay mechanic, not so much the pretty. Pretty's always welcome, but...
Or the pretties inside of a canned action.
Yeah.
Like, you execute an ability and you get a really big sparkly thing.
Yeah.
Yay, dopamine chemicals.
Yay.
And that's easy to just program in as a canned feature. You don't have to animate it or anything, so you save space that way.
It's also one of those things that, because it's a JRPG, you can just put the thing down and wander off, and all right,
100%.
come back to it in 10 minutes. Ooh.
And last up is the trailer announcement that, yes, we are still, in fact, doing Metroid Prime 4.
It looks good, though.
It does. The thing I'm still annoyed about is they haven't done the remake of Metroid Prime 2 or 3 yet.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of those graphic controls on the Wii? What was the one on the Wii?
What? This one.
Was it this one?
Metroid Prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
They did a HD remake rebuild of Metroid Prime 1 and put that on the Switch. I own that one. That one's pretty good. But it's very when it was made.
yeah, definitely. And this looks
they-
interesting. I might pick it up, though.
The problem is it's the 4th game in a series.
Yeah.
And you started putting out the other one so that people like me could be like, yay, be excited for Metroid Prime 4. I'm not right now because where's the missing 2 games?
Gone forever. And look, if the graphics are actually like this on the Switch, I'd probably pick it up.
I could believe they could get the graphics to look this nice, but can they keep it at a good frame
Yeah.
rate?
Probably not.
Without stutters or... Yeah.
This is, like, to me, the biggest advertisement that, yes, we're doing a Switch 2.
Yeah.
Because, like, come on, man. That actually looked like something that would pass on other consoles.
Definitely.
Not do super well, but, pass.
It would look good. But yeah, no. So that's everything from...
And that's the entire Nintendo Direct.
There's some good things mixed in there.
Yeah. 1 or 2. Some good decisions that's like, oh yeah, good continuing there.
I'm
Nintendo.
actually looking forward to the Lego Horizons. And
I
looks
know,
really
right?
good.
Every time I see more about it.
And like, it's no longer the standard Lego game camera angle. Like having it as like that top down running around view, I quite like for it. I think it's gonna be really good.
100%.
Aha! So there is a new Pokemon game coming, which is another Pokemon Legends, which is the ZA one.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't they
Pokemon
do another
Legends
like
Zap.
Pokemon Ranger? That game was fucking awesome.
Pokemon Ranger was
Yeah.
pretty fucking good, actually. But since Arceus did so well, they're like, we'll do this one. And so far, what they've shown, they have taken what Palworld did and go, okay, we're actually going to give you the game that you guys have been begging us for years. Please
That's what
go
they did
away
with
from
Arceus
Palworld now.
right before Palworld came out. And they go, okay,
Yeah.
we gave you the thing you wanted. Oh, now you want more thing? Fuck.
But we already gave you the thing.
Fine, we'll do it, but then there'll be massive graphical glitches in the game and it'll barely function.
What I like, though, is they're going back to an already existing place, like the big city. I think it's the one that's based off France. They're going back to that region and doing the whole, like, Legends thing. So it's full open world, you can just run around and do stuff. It doesn't look too bad. Like, if they've actually learnt from their mistakes, it could be good. But I'm not getting my hopes up, and I'm waiting for a few months after it comes out.
Yeah. Definitely going to want to see a review on that one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Especially after how bad Scarlet and Violet did.
Oh,
Jesus.
I
How
never
did
got
that
around to
make it
finishing.
through QA?
I managed to finish that game. I gave up.
I was actually watching today a dude who was like doing a mock review of it, but he was sort of going through like the start of the game.
Yeah.
And the amount of times he had to keep pausing and be like, there's a missing texture, that polygon's gone.
Ooh. Yeah.
In their canned cutscenes, not like in gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, how did no one QA the cutscene to make sure all the polygons
Oh,
showed up?
I'm guaranteeing they didn't have QAs. Like, these, like, they're gonna buy it. We know, like, the fan base will just buy it.
Yeah.
And they did.
But
We
like,
did,
after
but-
being burned like that, I would love to see what kind of sales these next Pokemon games get, because everyone is going to be waiting for that review to come out, or for someone else to play it before I pick it up.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, though, now that you've mentioned it, I just want a new Pokemon Ranger. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
There are other things you can do with the Pokemon setting that work the same.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hell, I'm honestly surprised they haven't ever done a Pokemon Rancho.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Like, you know how many would love to just be like, I have my field of Ponytails?
I got my farm full of the Pokemans, all the Miltanks. God, it would suck to have to milk a Miltank.
They milk themselves.
Oh, yeah, they do. Fuck. Easiest job ever. Fuck.
But, you know, there is the myth that if you drink too much milk tank milk, you turn into a milk tank.
That's terrifying. The weird secret hidden things in the Pokedex are terrifying. Just the little balloon that steals away children.
Yeah.
If a balloon can steal your child, you didn't deserve the child.
That's the fun thing in Arceus. At one of the missions, like the side missions, is going to the beach to like check on a child who's been playing with a drift loom. Like, just make sure that kid's still there, would you?
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Oh.
So, it's book week.
Wait,
Well,
can I just say
actually,
one
it's
thing?
week after
One
book.
thing quickly. Apparently, a Spaceball sequel is in development with Amazon.
I heard that something was being done with it, but is it being done by the original guys?
No,
Damn it!
I don't even know. Is Mel Brooks
no,
even
Mel-
alive
I'm
still?
pretty sure he is.
Mel Brooks is producing it, but that's as far as he goes in the development of it.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Well,
But does
he
this-
has to have been. He got a producer note on the movie.
Yeah.
Does this mean we finally get to see Spaceballs merchandise? I do love the way that came to be. The fact that when they went to George Lucas and the guys who ran Star Wars, like, look, we're making a parody of you. How do we make this okay? It's like, you can't sell any merchandise. Like, oh, okay, fair. Which is why the entire thing is just full of merchandising. All the things that they can't sell. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not into that. That's why would you say such a horrendous thing?
Because
'Cause
I
he
didn't want to
hates
suffer
us.
in silence.
That is fair. That makes
Well,
sense.
now we suffer for all.
Yeah. And now we have shared that suffering with all of you.
Ugh.
So, getting on to something positive. We're doing the book. Last month's book was Adventures in Brewing from the Beers and God damn it! I know
You
I
are
fell
mouth
on
so
it.
bad today. Beers
Beards
and
and
beards.
brews. I don't know.
I'm
Beers and
terrible at
beards,
it
yeah.
most of the time. Tonight, I don't know why. I'm just
It's the moon, clearly.
fuck you.
But yeah, no, I loved this book.
Yeah,
So much.
Yeah.
I figured you two probably would because you have you have some knowledge in brewing.
Yeah.
I don't. I figured it might hit a little more for you guys.
Yeah, I
the-
thoroughly enjoy this, and the recipes like
Oh, yeah.
dotted throughout it. It's like, here's the recipe for this, and it's like there's that little bit of fantasy take in it because we don't have this, we're using this, and they run through the whole thing, and I
Yeah.
fucking love it, and I'm hanging for the third book
Yeah.
because they get something at the end of the second book that's going to have even more fucking recipes.
Yeah, it is.
I'm assuming he finally finds hops, the poor bastard. Like, just... the first book, as
it's
he's running around, is like just searching for hops. It's like, God damn.
It's implied, but it's never confirmed.
Fair. But it was a really... what's the best way of putting it? It's like one of those
Cozy fantasy lit RPG.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but it reminded me of those like the anime where it's like the cooking anime ones. So we're gonna do these like what's the one with Fenrir? That's the traveling with my absurd skill or something.
No. I can't remember. I know one of the main words and it was cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, cooking in
I know the
dungeons
one
or
you're talking
dungeon
about.
cooking, whatever the hell it is.
No.
That's
It's not
Delicious in
Dungeon.
Okay.
Also a fun anime, but it's the whole thing. It's just fun, and I love it. And listening to this guy just going on about beer. Occasionally, he does get a bit to the beer snobby side, and having worked in the industry, I'm not a huge fan of those people.
Yeah.
But he pulls it back pretty often, which is good.
Yeah. And
They seem to treat his like beer snobbiness as the level he wants to get them to instead of you're not here, so you're fucking garbage.
yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
it's actually uplifting to the point, not just I'm at this point and fuck you.
Yeah, and the first thing he brings them is what do they call the Rattler?
Rattler.
Which is just
Rattler.
Yeah.
a shandy for us.
Yeah.
Like,
Beer and lemonade.
because I was listening to that, like, oh, that's a Rattler. I'm like, what the fuck is a Rattler? Then he goes through the recipe, like, that's a fucking shandy, mate. Come on. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, the whole existential crisis he has, where he's like, do I find beard sexy? I think I find beard sexy. Just,
But yeah.
so much
And
fun.
just like, I mean, I went through that entire book pretty quick and immediately devoured the second one.
Yeah. And like the whole thing doesn't like there's a little bit of combat here and there. They're dwarves, of course they fight. But the stakes in it are never like, oh no, we're gonna die kind of stakes. It's just like oh my god, things are happening and we're involved in them and shit, we need it to fall our way. It's never a life and death thing, more just like
You know what it is? It's daytime drama
Yes.
and fantasy.
Yeah, fucking
Oh,
oath.
fuck, it is too. Yeah.
All of the, oh no, he might die! But we all fucking know he's not going to.
Yeah.
It's passions with dwarves.
And the main character has amnesia.
Oh, it fits so well. Fuck. Oh, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was entertaining. I love the comeuppance in the first book for the Guild of Brewers.
Yes.
So good. And they bait them into a really good trap. It was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very well written. I highly recommend. I've actually already recommended this to several people, and they've all come back to that was a really cool book. It's like, yes, it fucking was.
Yeah.
Now you read the second one, and then they'll tell you that one was really good, and then you'll be like, fuck, now you've got to wait for the third one with the rest of us.
Now you have to wait for more. But like, it's one of those things I don't want to say too much because it's such a good
No.
thing to listen to. The characters are fun. The system makes sense.
Oh,
The gods are entertaining.
Yeah, though even like the way they collect ingredients, like there's a plant dungeon. Go raid it and just find things that look sort of like this, and that's how he's getting ingredients. That's just fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a smart move. I love it.
Yeah.
But definitely worth it.
Yes. I think we can all highly recommend
Absolutely.
Rin Brewing.
Yeah. So that was Seth's pick, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Which means it's my turn. Yeah. Will I finally pick the stinker this week?
I don't know. All three of us had this on our wish list.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true. So this month's book is Life Reset. So it's part of a novel series, The New Era Online.
we're
So let's
going
see.
back to our lit RPG roots.
Pretty much. We had an isekai, now we need a video game one. So this one seems to be more like a VR game as opposed to being an isekai world kind of thing. Let's see. So, a high-level guildmaster wakes in the body of a lowly goblin. Cast out, betrayed by his fellow trusted advisors, his most trusted advisors, or is stuck in New Era Online. However, there's an advantage to being on the monster's side. Starting from scratch, he'll have to build up a powerful monster clan to take revenge. But first, he'll have to survive long enough not to be someone else's fodder. So it's giving reincarnated as a slime vibes to me,
Yeah,
and I'm okay with this. So, Monster main character wielding darkness-based magic. Includes heavy elements of town building, which would be entertaining.
Which is
raising a monster clan.
I read Noob Town. I thought that was going to be at least a little bit of town building. It was not.
Yeah. No, it wasn't at all. But, like, this one was recommended through Audible, I think, because I was listening to the Demon Tree series. So it's, like, slightly off-kilter from the normal lit RPGs that we deal with. So it's like, I'll give this a shot. Let's see how we go.
Yeah.
But, you know, I might finally
sounds
get the
good.
stinker. I'm definitely overdue one.
Well, I mean, you're the only one who hasn't picked one.
So far. At some point, I'll just have to, like, bite the bullet and find a really...
Here's your stinker. Deal with it.
It just has to be as entertaining to talk about as Last Hacker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely
Like,
true.
that's the minimum I think your stinker needs to clear.
As long as it's a stinker we can talk about, then it's a valid stinker.
Yeah.
If it was a stinker and all three of us go, no. Fucking no.
Yeah.
Then
Pick another one.
That's
No-
a stinker,
knowing my luck-
like, you got to go again
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah. Knowing my luck, I would guarantee that I have found a stinker and somehow it would end up being some weird masterpiece no one knew about. Like, how? I was actively aiming to miss. What happened?
Well, we'll find out this month when we read Life Reset.
It looks entertaining. I'm keen.
Yes, it does.
This one's done through Soundbooth Theatre, so I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing they did with Dungeon Crawler Carl and actually do like a full soundscape of this book.
Ooh, that'd be good.
There are ones for it. So in the New Era Online series, I think there was a thing for it.
Well, this one says Soundbooth Theatre, but the others don't say the same.
Yeah.
I know the second one does. Though they all do. Yeah, they all do. They all say Soundbooth Theatre, so I'm looking at them that they tend to do full soundscapes, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I like the
multiple
soundscape stuff.
multiple voice actors and full soundscapes. So interesting.
That's a big commit.
Fucking oath
Yeah.
it
Just
is.
getting a full cast is a big deal.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck
and
yeah.
more and more of these, like this whole genre is gaining popularity fucking like nothing else. But
Oh, it is. I love the fact that it's gaining popularity because it's like I get more of these things. Now.
yeah, and so more companies are
And now
dumping
people
cash into them.
And we're sort of going through a nice period right now where we're getting into the... Okay, you can't just do it.
Yeah.
You've got to do it, but something interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like it's also crossing into other genres. Like the Solo Leveling has both an anime and a game that came out based on it.
That is true.
Like
Based on...
Solo Leveling.
the book Solo Leveling.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched the anime for
Sorry, I
it.
thought you said that Solo Leveling was based on something, and I'm like, what?
No,
I must find this thing.
no, I've got the first book of it. I haven't listened to it yet, but I have watched the anime. And I tried playing the game. It's just your typical gacha game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I like that it's spreading out into other areas of media.
Yeah. 100%.
Very fun.
Okay, well, that's us our pattern. Oh, god damn it, even on the last fucking
Seth, I
line.
think you should just go lay down. Just stop
Yeah,
mouthing for
okay.
today.
It's sleep time now.
I mean, so long as we're not on your airwaves, we might be asleep or we might be dead.
Either way,
Schrodinger's podcast. All I can imagine is like editing Seth sitting there on like Saturday, just cracking away just to hear you go, "Wake up!" out of nowhere.
You do know I generally edit these in the morning. That would probably catch me.
Yes, we can dream.
Seth, we're talking to you. Wake the fuck up!
We're out past an hour, so I think that's it for this week.
Yay.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.
Editor Seth here, just jumping in at the end to tell you that Oliver Brackenbury, a repeat interviewee of this show, has actually launched his next Kickstarter. It's actually on BackerKit for Beating Hearts and Battle Axes. It's a collection of sword and sorcery stories that are a little bit spicy with the romance. I'm really looking forward to this. His previous work on the New Age Sword and Sorcery collections have been fantastic. This one's actually pretty cheap. It's a nice small one, even in hardcover. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys check it out. Have a good one.